What's poppin', guys? You are now linked in to House of Harlem Studio, and I am your host, Kia L. And as per usual, the host, Shaka L. Bay, is in the building. We're definitely going to have our other co-host, Waji, on the ones and twos in the chat. Our moderators will be coming in very soon. But until the meantime, we're just going to play this nice and smooth music for you. I'm lying. I have to do behind the scenes because if you would have seen the slow motion turn of the neck with Shaka, you guys would have been rolling. He was like, nah, I did not say nothing like that. And you did not give me the memo. Anyway,
hell yeah, I missed that one.
he just turned like, what? I can't stop laughing. Oh man, I just can't stop laughing. Listen, you guys, man, when it comes to journalism, when it comes to bringing information, when it comes to the news, I kid you not, there is always something to be speaking about in the world. And so as we go through the rollout with all of the articles that we have and all of the information, we're going to give you guys our commentary on whatever various subject, and we hope that you give your commentary. We definitely want some call-ins today if possible, but listen, it is all good. Jessie Smollett, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, has definitely been lying according to the courts. He actually had like an outburst as he was being detained in court. He has a short period of time, a short period to be in jail. So we're going to talk about that. We definitely, the first and foremost, the most important news right now, the most important news of the hour is the war, supposed alleged war with Ukraine and Russia. Yes, we definitely got to talk about that. We're going to have to talk about once again, food shortage. People are being, it's just crazy. Suspensions for avocados. You got Russia talking about they're doing a minor suspension because of they were getting certain foods from certain areas in Ukraine and in Russia. We got to talk about if this whole thing is a hoax like the Rona might have been. There's so much news that we have to speak about. But before we get into anything, I'm just going to let people come into the chat. I don't want to repeat myself. And definitely want to have some convos with people. I hope all is well with everyone out there. I am from New York, yes. I am from Westchester, New York. All right. I still consider that New York. I was born and raised in Buffalo, New York. So I still consider that New York. Shaka, where do you come from? He comes from Westbury, New York.
I come from Ithaca.
Okay.
From Ithaca, New York.
He comes from Ithaca, New York. So,
by way of the Hudson Valley.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Look it up.
He traveled by the Nile River somewhere. So it's all good. I hope everyone is doing well out here. Listen, man, I need you guys, for the people that's on here, send these links out to people. Let people know we in the building. Let people know we got a lot of stuff to talk about, all right? We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Where is the world going? I mean, could you guys have imagined that we went from a 2-year lockdown, 2+ year lockdown with the Rona, and now we are facing situations with the war? Yes, the gas prices are going up. Gas prices are going up. I repeat, gas prices are going up. And a lot of our the whole market is going up. Bread is going up, all right? We need to be concerned. So don't just put in your mind, oh, I don't drive a car. Oh, brother and sister, what it's going to look like when you can't go in the supermarket and get that bread, okay? Avocados are no longer here. What else will we no longer have, okay? So we need to prepare for everything that's going down. We need to prepare. Moderator, I know you want to send them out, but listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. People will find out and they'll come in. They'll come in. Listen.
Redirecting people that subscribe to the wrong page.
All right, Jessie Smollett. Shame on you. You done had them African men beat your ass down and beat your ass and break rule number 1 with your ass cheeks, and now you about to do a couple of weeks in behind prison. This, I gotta talk about the United Airlines. United Airline workers who had religious exemptions can return to work. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, y'all. Can y'all believe that? Can y'all believe that? So I'm lost in the source. What happened to the requirement? What happened to the requirement? What happened to putting other people's lives at risk? I'm just so confused. As information starts to roll out, the more and more we're going to start to see that this was all a hoax. It was a hoax. Was something out there? Yeah, something was out there, but nothing unusual, nothing different than the typical things that we've been already privy to, things that we've already been encountering, the flu, the sickness, the colds, nothing new under that. Facebook has a new feature that is very interesting. I want to know where they're going with that. It's something called a Facebook Protect. And it seems like it's more so for politicians than the regular people, but people are already starting to get these notifications and things are happening. What are we going to do, fam? What are we going to do? I'm telling you, things are happening. Things are happening. Things are happening. So we got the information. CDC studies have found that the natural immunity is superior to the slabber jabber. CDC is now stating that the natural immunity to the Rona is superior to the slabber jabber. Are y'all kidding me? Are y'all kidding me? Well, no, because those who cursed us out, those who told us we were crazy, those of that did not want to take, really read between the fine lines and understand what's going on, is now possibly going to suffer because you're going to have these side effects that are going to roll out. So although they lifted all of these restrictions, and we're now going back to the normal, which the normal wasn't really normal with all that was happening, from the kidnaps to the kidnaps of the children, kidnaps of the melanated women, mass murders and drugs and use. I mean, that still wasn't good before the Rona, but business as usual. The whole thing is now that this is going to be a topic for a long time to come, because as we time go by, to be honest with you, when time go by, the real information is going to come out. People are going to be getting sick. Crazy side effects are going to be happening, and birth defects are going to be happening. Things are going to be happening. Those who decided to take the slabber jabber, everything is going to roll out. All right. Suicides are going to be rolling out because people are just going to be in distress. Hi, sweetie. People are going to be in distress. It's just unfortunate. So that's always going to be a topic for a while. But we're not going to speak too much about that. We're just going to be reminding y'all again. We're going to be reminding y'all what is what and what's going on. Who's in the building? Please make sure y'all share this link. Please make sure y'all share this link. People are saying that Ukraine was a pawn of elites to push Russia into war. So it's the other way around. And they're saying people are predicting that Putin will be 6 feet under pretty soon, and has already planned, and there's already plans for his replacement when that happens. And on the way, crushing the world economy increases the ward of state status of people, and after massive cyber attacks, convincing the people AI-run systems are more secure. So there are some predictions that there will be a crash, and a cyber crash, right? And they're going to try to convince us that the AI system is more secure for us right now. So just remember, there's a couple of things that we got to be thinking about. First of all, getting out of the urban communities and moving south. Make sure we set up our food supply. It is very important that we do the food supply. We need a battery-based solar system. Remember that. We also need, we need that fire. And somebody was talking about 3D printing in regards to that. We need a community barter system, and look into seed banking. All right. So those are some of the remedies that I was giving to you guys, because the way things are happening, this is just the rollout. Just when you think that we've gone through a lot, oh boy, there's plenty more. To come from that. Countries are formed. We have our allies. Our good old President Biden. His lingo. He wants to interject and be there for good old Ukraine, but y'all know this is politics. Y'all know what this is all about. This is a possibility that some of these countries are with the New World Order, One World Order, and some countries are against it. And so, as we know, people will come in and they will try to use any excuse to invade, and this is what it's all about. So, there are some predictions, like I stated before, and one of the predictions is that Putin will be 6 feet under. All right, he will be 6 feet under, and they're already making plans for someone to take his place. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting, you guys? There will be a cyber shutdown. This is what the predictions are. And they will try to convince the people that AI knows best. All right. So some of the topics, you already know. United Airline workers can that had the exemption can now return to their jobs. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Jessie Smollett, you know this is all just this story is just for people just to get our attention and distract us from what's really going on. All right. So Jessie Smollett sentenced to 150 days. All right. He already acting a fool in court and talking about I'm not suicidal. I don't know what that means. It'd be very interesting if something pops up and he, becomes that. A debunked conspiracy theory about U.S. bioweapon laboratories in Ukraine was seized on by Russians and Chinese media outlets. All right. The fact check said why Russia claims about U.S. biolabs in Ukraine don't hold up. Something ain't right, guys. Another fact check says false claims of the U.S. biolabs in Ukraine tied to Russia disinformation campaign. All right. So this is very interesting as all of these things fall out. Facebook now has some sort of Facebook protection. We gotta be very careful about Facebook. You already know that the metaverse is out. Did I say that correctly? And now Facebook says we know that certain people, such as candidates, their campaigns and elected officials, doesn't that sound like some politics stuff? Can be targeted by bad actors and social media platforms. Did you hear that? Targeted by bad actors, including Facebook and Instagram accounts that face additional threats during an election cycle may need additional protection. That's why we created a program called Facebook Protect. So I need you guys to look that up on your Facebook Protect, and find out what it's all about. Facebook Protect helps candidates. Are we running for something? It helps candidates and their campaigns and elected officials adopt stranger account security protection, right? Like 2-factor authentications and monitors for potential hacking threats. What is all that about? I'm just interested in knowing what that's all about. I already told you about the CDC and the natural immunity. They just came out of nowhere with that. And I am going to let Shaka read some of these articles. Very interesting. But in the meantime, y'all, as remedy, all right? As remedy, make sure whoever's not south is moving south. At this point, we got to set up a steady food supply. As we always mentioned, you got to make sure you have your battery-based solar system. You got to make sure you have that fire 3D printed. Somebody had mentioned that before. Make sure you have a community barter system. Very important. And somebody had recommended seed banking. If y'all want to talk more about that, I don't know too much about seed banking, but that pretty much is just us banking amongst ourselves. They predicted that Putin will be 6 feet under pretty soon, and they already have a replacement for him. So y'all hearing this first on House of Harlem Studio. I don't know who's talking about this, and possibly, which we've been, people have been mentioning this quite some time, and that is a massive cyber attack. Okay, so be on the alert for that and be prepared for that. It is, it's just imperative that we start preparing ourselves for that. Anyway, Shaka was really good. Shaka's over here munching. He is munching. You gotta read these articles. Gas is going up, guys. Yo, gas is going up. I wanted them to hold on. I wanted them to listen to what this brother was saying about what he recommends for gas. Hold on. Because I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's worth listening to. It's worth listening to. Give me a schmeckin. That means a second and a minute altogether. Schmeckin. Hold on. What up, guys? I hope all is well with everybody out there, man. Hope you're doing your commerce. We just had a wonderful, wonderful seminar that just passed. We had a couple of events that just passed. The outcome was great. We're planning on doing it again. That's how dope it was. We had so much fun. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to there's so many herbs out here, but no matter what, herbs only work when you're eating well. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys detox as much as you can and find out, the different ways that you could detox and different ways that you can fast. That could be beneficial, for you. I don't know. I don't see this guy's post. I really wanted you guys, because I don't know, there's apparently some alternatives to for gas. Gas is crazy. I had showed Shaka a meme. What did they say about the gas? The gas got us.
Got us looking crazy out here.
Yeah, gas got us looking crazy. They had like a little a light up with Trump's image on there in the sky. Like Batman, you know how they use the
bat signal.
Bat signal. Jessie Smollett is out here bugging right now. He bugging. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but all of the biotech pharmaceutical companies industries are located in Ukraine. I didn't know that. And that's what they keep talking about, this biotech stuff. And so, it may be the opposite way. We're looking at Russia as the bad guys, where Ukraine might be the bad guys. We don't know. I don't know if you guys know anything about it, but let us know. It says, always respect the person that taught you, even if you surpass them in skill and ability. I don't know if you guys agree with that. It's a very interesting statement. Okay, I think I had the person's. Somebody said it looks like War 3 is coming in here. Somebody said if you can use 87 gas, you're in 2001 or newer. You can save money by using 88 gas. And you can go to www.uni88.com and type in your zip code to find it near you. Please share to help people out. Okay? So this guy is talking about 88 gas, and I'm going to kind of read some of the conversations he had regarding this gas because some people disagree and they're like going back and forth as to what is the truth. But you know what? This is the remedy session today, so we're going to get into it. Right? So he's saying to use the 88 gas. And if you guys want, if y'all know about it, y'all can go to www.u like umbrella, in like Nike, I-88. I don't think that's a 1. That's an I-88. Where's the freaking video? They took the video down where he's talking about it. Gee golly, you can't make this up.
Wow.
What?
They gave Jessie Smollett, they sentenced him to 150 days in jail, 30 months of probation, and a $25,000 fine. They said, boy, go holler at them dudes up there. You might find you a special friend or something. You might find you some body.
And then he yells out in court, I'm not suicidal.
Yeah, I'm innocent.
If I was guilty, I could have been said it. They just sent his ass to the back.
Now, one thing I gotta say is that there's an article saying when the fact checkers say it's a hoax, you almost know it's true.
That's crazy. I want to know what y'all think about Kanye and his recent outburst. It's just unfortunate because, you know,
Who, Conrad?
Kanye West. Somebody has said that there was a huge fan of Kim K before, but his divorce really makes them see them in a different light. Kanye contributed to her popularity and acceptance in the black community, which is not her fault, it's his. And remember, she was known as a hoe, and after her third divorce, her career was in shambles in the world. And Kanye got her look together, contributed to why she's now referred to as a fashion icon, gave her creative directors from his team to work on Skims, and they have 4 whole kids, beautiful kids. And the way she's moving with the divorce is given, I got what I want. I'm a mogul. I don't need my black crazy husband no more. He's too crazy for us now. And people been telling men to pick their partner wisely. Y'all want something exotic. So bad. Till she thinks you're black and crazy. So what do you think about that statement, guys, right? A lot of melanated men want something exotic. A lot of melanated men are talking about white women and how they are more submissive. They're less combative. They're you know, all of the reasons why they think that you know, that that white women are much better. But once again, as I always stated, a woman is a woman. But I always stated, if you want to go that route, she gonna clean your bank account out. Who else was like that? What's this guy name? The rapper. I don't know if his wife was white or not. He just performed at the football. What was his name again? Dr. Dre. So, I mean, what do you guys think about that statement that someone wrote? Yes, Kanye definitely put Kim on the map. She will come out and try to say, oh, I've been relevant or, I've been known. Yes, but it was always in a negative light. She had a sex tape out there, not to say, somebody put it out there, right? So that may not be her fault. But once again, she had three failed marriages, and so you're already looked at in a certain light. She
She's married
definitely,
3 times.
yeah. And this man still accepted her, and then didn't allow anyone to disrespect her. Was married 3 times. Didn't know nothing about fashion. He changed her, and definitely had the black community contribute towards accepting her in some way, shape, or form. And now she is, going with the crazy, crazy, crazy narrative. And matter of fact, I think maybe the influence of him taking medications that got him all messed up in the first place. So I want to know what y'all think about that. Because she definitely is a white woman, so let's go on this gas right now. You can read what the chat is saying, and you can read the article. I know you eat your food. Munchy. What do you think about that gas, too? Anyway, before we get into the gas, let's hear what they got to say.
All right. Shout out to the chat, y'all. Shout out to our moderators. Okay. What's being said is, one fried chicken wing is $2.25. Quarter 1.5 pound of grapes is $7.43.
Yo, a fried chicken is $2.25.
One wing.
Right, because earlier I spoke about people don't just be stating in your mind, don't just be thinking, oh, I don't have a car, so I don't got to worry about gas when everything else is going up right now. Everything is up right now. Everything. Bread went up, everything. I don't know if y'all been looking, but shit is up. Yo, one wing, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Who's talking?
Shout out to Diane. Shout out to Wiz.
What's going on?
Shout out to Eugenio, J Bay, Crazy World. Well, our moderator Wiz. Shout out to our moderator sister Afisha. Shout out to our brother Lewis, entrepreneur. Shout out to Deja Ellington, which is my brother Nadir. We're out here and they talking about it. So J Bay say you can play the show from 2020. He said, get a replay. I'm insulted. I told y'all what was going on. They never made the end of that. We got you, J Bay. We got to be careful though, cause I'm talking a lot of stuff that'll get us another strike. So.
Yeah. About what? What was the insult about?
The pandemic, the plandemic. All
yeah,
that
we
stuff.
with you. Yeah, we with you.
We definitely with you.
Sure. Yeah,
Eugenio says.
You play it back. You play a few episodes back. You gonna see we was right there with you. We ain't never changed.
Eugenio says all major corporations are set up over there.
In Ukraine?
I guess talking about Ukraine.
I agree.
Crazy World said, it's a crazy world. Afisha says Putin ain't going nowhere, especially with the scam going on.
Okay. Hopefully that prediction won't fall through.
Then Afisha says in Haydn's son, Lasky's son, Kerry's son, and Homie's son are all board members in the Crane for Energy. Then we got Putin has a bounty on his head, allegedly. Because I mean, how sure are you this? How sure of this are you with?
Well, that's what it said. My connect stated that exactly what that is. He will be. I don't want to say the word because we're gonna. So I said 6 feet under. That is the prediction, and they already have somebody in place for him. And Wiz, I guess, is agreeing to it.
Okay. Afisha says electric going up, food jump 18% increase since 21. Gas going up to the highest in history. Stocks falling to the lowest in history. Or she says, ain't no bounty on Putin's head. They all in bed together. It's the American people giving billions of money in prices for price hacks for their quest to make trillions. Then the deal says, wow, almost 3 years of securities and how much he gave to the attorneys. Wiz said Putin's own regime might take him out.
Yeah, well, that's what they always do. They always have to, they convince the regime that something's wrong and they have them take them out, or they give them money.
Afisha said she takes my money when I'm in need. She's a trifling friend indeed. Yeah, she's a gold digger.
Yeah, she's referring to Kanye West. I mean, what I read is very interesting because that's exactly what it is. And for the melanated men, take notice to that because a lot of melanated men are giving us their reasons as to why they want to go to the white woman because the black woman talk too much. She's too loud. She's too this. She's too masculine. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe you like the Kims out there. That's what they usually do. They cleaning out the bank account. They're gonna make it seem like you crazy. They're gonna be calm. They're the crazy ones. They're gonna put you in a crazy institution. You damn right. They're going to be talking all calm saying, oh, baby, it's okay. Just take the medication. It's going to be okay. All right? And when you start acting up or you start getting outrageous, right? And you start going into a rage, they inject your ass and put you back to sleep. So I guess that's what you want.
Okay.
While they living and enjoying all your money. So if that's their calm, sensual voice that you want, in return for, being crazy, then go ahead and do it. May the powers to be with you.
So then, Afisha said, Kim is not exotic. And I agree. Crazy Well says, eye candy. Afisha says, exotic women are tropical women, African women, and American dark women with high cheekbones.
Right, but you know that the definition of exotic is opposite of the melanated woman, according to most of some of the men, not most of them. So I think 50 Cent had made that statement. Remember, we want exotic women. So that's what it is. I do agree with you, but unfortunately, their definition is way different from what you just said.
Then Crazy World says they call any women with their own long hair exotic. Kim, Apisha said Kim is pretending to be exotic.
Right.
Crazy World says from that ironing comb when they was little. Shout out to Mario L. Shout out to Yashanon. Boom boom. Wiz said I got intel on Putin is being blamed on Russia's crumbling economy.
Okay.
And Eugenio said it's because he's threatened to go back to the gold standard.
This is very true.
And Crazy World says $1 is going to be worth 25 cents.
I believe they already went back to the gold standard.
Well, here in America, he's talking about Russia.
Yeah, I'm talking about Russia. I already believe they went back to the gold standard. And that's basically what it's all about. So this is a give and take, a give and pull with these people.
So that's what the chat's talking about.
Right. So y'all know Facebook and this new section right now. Zuckerberg is on his BS right now. With this client stuff and Facebook protection, this new Facebook protection, and be prepared for the rollout. Be prepared for the rollout. Because we don't know where they going with this at. They said Russia has stated that American labs in Ukraine were studying how to get birds and insects to spread race-specific bioweapons that will only affect people. All right?
Okay.
So something's going on in Ukraine,
what
people.
People they talking about.
Right.
Just use your imagination, y'all.
So somebody had posted and shared with me AstraZeneca, Sanofi, PPD, Johnson & Johnson, GlaxoSmithKline, Takeda Pharmaceuticals, Synesis Pharmaceuticals, MSD, Roche, PRA Health Sciences, Paralexo, Ferring Pharmaceuticals, Icon, Novartis, Merck, Sandoz International, Alcon, PSICCRO, Worldwide Clinical Trials, Servier, IDEX Laboratories, MediaPace, Aritarium, Vero Clinical Research, Quamitagian, Stata, I can't pronounce that, Inotheria, Pharmac, JSC, Kuzim Healthcare, Neurotech, Eximo, Stata Pharmaceuticals, Nova, AstraZeneca are all in Ukraine. All pharmaceutical industries are located in Ukraine. Some people are hoping Putin put them 6 feet down.
I need to see evidence of that one.
All in Ukraine. Let's pull them up. Let's pull them up. Get them, AstraZeneca is that's a known one. Find out where they at. Find out where they at. Why are they after Putin all of a sudden? Remember Fidel Castro, what's this other guy name? That was getting ready to put Africa on the map, and they went in there and got him out of there. Saddam Hussein. What was that guy name in Africa? That was about to put all the money in Africa together.
You talking about Muammar Gaddafi?
Gaddafi. All right. Are they trying to pull that same situation with
AstraZeneca's corporate headquarters is in Cambridge, England.
Okay, but you know they got subsidiaries, so keep looking. You know they got, you know.
Let me see where their labs are located.
Where them labs at? Where them labs at? Where them labs at? Where they at? Where they at? Can they see? Can they see while you're searching and looking? So you know Biden and Trump recently went live at the same time.
30 countries, 44 locations. So,
Some people say that.
there you go.
Okay.
Ukraine. They got 44 locations, but one of them is in Ukraine. Those are the, that's the lab.
Say it again. One of them are where? And I bet you that one is the main one right there. So they ain't lying, huh? They ain't lying, y'all. Isn't this some juicy information? Can they see it? Yeah, well, share the screen. Let them see. Let them see. The Rothschild family, Nathaniel Rothschild, today wrote to members of the British government, giving this view that the Vladimir Putin is the most dangerous man since the defeat of Hitler, with Xi Jinping a close second, and explained that Ukraine is an essential piece that we cannot afford to lose in the geopolitical chessboard. And the heir to the Rothschild fortune argued that Russia must be exorcised from the international banking and economic system. I said exercise, but that's not the word. We must bring Russia to its knees through any means possible to send a strong signal to the Chinese and to protect our global system of the norms and liberal values. An effect of our current path of lack of military action means that our global order is dead on its feet. And I urge you to deploy more force against Russia and its proxies, set up information warfare to correct opinion, especially online, and send weaponry to our friends in Ukraine. Without Ukraine, the global order may not survive. You see what this is? So Putin is cleaning out the deep state from Ukraine and his major threat to the cabal. So now, family, y'all get to see that, yes, a couple of those labs are in Ukraine. Isn't that interesting? See, when they be going to war, they never really tell us what's really going on. What's really, really good. What's really good in the hood. And JP Morgan to liquidate 454 million emerging market debt funds. What the bumper clot is going on now? What is going on, people? People. What's going on? Are we still focused on this Nasara and Jasara situation going on? And in the meantime, German central bank doesn't rule out gold revaluation. They did not rule it out. So what's going on, y'all? What's going on? All right. Somebody had asked, did the deep state's gold from Building 7 during 9/11 go to Ukraine? Now you remember. The goal was supposed to liberate humanity on 9/11 2001, someone says, but instead they removed the gold and imploded the towers. We have it now. Nasara Jassara, Ukraine, Russia. And guess what? In Missouri, a Missouri bill calls to end state sales tax on the food and groceries. Why are they doing that? We having a food shortage, so now they're not going to do the sales tax anymore? What's going on? What's popping? What's going on? What's going on? There's a lot going on with this so-called war. Somebody said Elon Musk just activated Starlink in Ukraine. What?
What the hell is that?
I don't know. We got to look it up. Starlink. What's going on with that? He's another interesting so-called human being. The financial system is changing right now, guys. Changing right now. And this war is a distraction. It's meant for something, but it's also a distraction. All right? Something ain't happening. Somebody said the global fiat currencies are about to fall, and if the collapse is imminent, it just means one thing from their perspective, and that is the RV is right around the corner. RV stands for revaluation of the current currencies. This is the birthing of a new financial system on the horizon. The new currency will be backed by gold. No more inflations. And no more making money from thin air. What's going on, NFTs? What's going on, Bitcoins? I can't wait for this to happen, someone says. What an exchange. What an exchange. All right? A lot of people are saying that they still standing on this currency being backed by gold. All right? Let me find out London Bridge is really falling down right now. I'm telling you. And in the meantime, once again, CNN, which one of these new news outlets got caught again putting up scenes from a movie? Once again, in regards to the Ukraine war, which one of these news people got caught again? A lot of people are saying that the queen had went 6 feet or under. What's going on? Did Ding Dong Queen Elizabeth, did she really go 6 feet under? I'm not sure. Make sure that the people can see the screen. All right, so a lot is going on. I already said a lot to you guys. The gold standard, I don't know what's going on with that. Silver's still good. Silver's still good. We don't know what's going on. There was an old news article, I wish you can post it, in 1963 where they had said that JFK escapes assassination, First Lady also okay. And remember, there was a direct connection between the JFK and the Trump guy. I don't know what's going on. Gas. Okay, this whole Biden, this gas situation is just beyond me right now. All right? Make sure y'all don't keep all your money in the bank. Even though, you know, this fiat probably won't be worth nothing. I guess the most important thing for me to say is make sure y'all Y'all get silver and gold coins. All right. Make sure y'all get it. Make sure y'all get it. All right.
So,
Back to you, Bob. All right. Sleepy Joe's eyes is looking more creepy, and Kamala, we barely have seen Kamala Harris. We barely seen this woman. We didn't see her for years, and then she surfaced on January 6th. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. I don't know what's going on, but this is the most weirdest administration I've ever
so
bear witness to.
people's theory. People's theory. I thought you had one too. People. So it says,
Here's my pee.
okay, I forgot what I was looking at.
The bioweapons. See, this thing is interesting.
Right. It says, some people's theory is that the bioweapons lab, U.S. bioweapons lab confirmed as the deep state sets the stage for biowar false flag event to be blamed on Russia. You know, so I don't know what that's about. I mean, I don't know, if it's true or not. These are all theories. These are all theories. These are all
Speculations. And to be honest with you,
Yeah.
we don't even know that I don't even want to say that because listen, man, people are cracking the code and finding out what's really going on. Man, we had an interview. This time is the past 2.5 years so far is history in the making. Like this is something else, boy. I tell you.
Yashanar says Putin is Putin sick these days. Well, let me go up some.
He said he's sick.
He's asking.
Oh.
Crazy World says I'm driving a scooter until this is over.
Well, what you want to eat? Cause it ain't just affecting the gas, my
Word
brother.
up.
You heard how much that chicken wing cost, right?
Peaches said Russia has the equipment to fight and China will not allow a war to take place because if America gains control of Russia, then China will be the only independent one left. And there will be a target from all Western controlled countries.
Let me ask you a question. Who's the allies? Who's allies to Russia and who's allies to Ukraine? Come on, break these allies down to me. Let's see who's more in power. America's allies with Ukraine and who else? Who got who? Where we at right now? Who's been doing that
I don't
research?
think they allies. They just see the thing about it that people don't know is that, in case y'all don't know, the United States is the police of the world. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Number one commodity is military and bribery and bullying.
If anybody has an issue, now you got a whole United Nations to deal with certain things. What are they doing? NATO had said something, or they said they were prepared to act if necessary, but they're not putting any contingency plans together. They're not, pooling their resources to send money out there. Why? And I asked everybody on here, why does the U.S. have to send money to Ukraine?
Because they're forming allies. At the end of the day, it's still an ally.
Well, they're supposed to be forming allies with NATO, which is a group of nations, not just America.
Why? What made them the policing of the world? How did they get into that position? How do we even know they're in that position?
Because they were considered the superpower of the world.
So you got NATO. Who's in NATO right now?
You got numerous countries. That's the UN. That's the United Nations. NATO is like the military for the United Nations. That's what NATO is.
So you got NATO, right? And so all the United Nations is all the nations together. That's what you're saying?
All the nations that are involved, because again, they were theorizing that Russia was mad because Ukraine wanted to join NATO, and Russia didn't want that.
Now, do y'all think that's the goddamn truth? Come on, man, stop playing.
I don't know.
Stop playing.
It doesn't seem like the truth. Not after this whole thing started.
Stop playing with us. We just found out that these people
it
really
could be
do got
reason.
They got laboratories once again in Ukraine. Most of the laboratories I done read y'all 1,000. I'm over exaggerating of companies. All right. So let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
It could be a reason. I don't know if it's the reason.
No, they create a reason, which most likely is a lie. They did it with a Pearl Harbor. They did it with I'm about to say Ukraine, with Iraq and them, or when Bush and them was in. That was all a lie. That was all about oil. Listen, if we haven't learned already, this is their number one strategy. They go in, make a lie about someone so that they can make an excuse and get the backing of the people. This is how it starts. They start a war. Remember they did it in Wall Street, Black Wall Street. They lied and said the man raped the girl, the white woman, so they can go in there and bomb Black Wall Street. They made an excuse. This man never even seen this woman. This is what we do.
What they do.
We specialize, not we.
Yeah.
What they do, because I ain't part of the corporation. But the whole point, this is what they do. Like, we ain't, listen. So we already know it's a lie. Something is going on. We just got to figure it out, because we already know it's a lie. We already know it's a lie.
Al Shalom, peace. He says Russia did the same to Georgia back in 2008. They're going to do it again and get away with it, and get away with the takeover.
Okay.
Then our feature says they want to put military base in Ukraine, which will be a threat to Russia's safety.
Okay.
But as Kia said, it's a whole bunch of smoke screens.
Here we go. We just got to figure it out, guys. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Al Shalom says any back U.S. country is not getting involved.
Oh, really?
They will bring, she said, Alfisha says, they will bring the heat. They will bring that heat. They better play underhand.
They better. Which countries can you say without a shadow of a doubt ain't nothing to play with? Because he says some countries are participating in the United Nations. So which countries aren't participating? Which countries? Because those countries seem to be independent, and that means that those countries are not subscribing to the New World Order or One World Order. So what's going on? Let's find out. Also look up allies. Let's see if they can look on the screen. You know, I understand NATO do exist, but who's on whose side? Who signed contracts with who? What's going on here? What's going on? And once again, we got to give a shout out to all of our YouTubers, all of our TikTokers, because these are the people who is breaking the code, reading what's going on, and figuring things out, man. Shout out to everybody, man. This is a beautiful time right now. We got great researchers in the building, great detectives in the building. going on? Can they see the screen?
I'm about to pull it up.
Somebody's contracted with somebody, and somebody not liking what's going on. They must have gave them an alternative, and they don't want to take it. What's going on, y'all? Ukraine, why you not falling into it? What's going on? You got something that these people want? What's going on?
This is NATO. NATO is an alliance that consists of 30 independent member countries, country by country. This page offers an overview of the links and national information servers and to the website of national delegations and blah, blah, blah.
30 out of how many countries is there?
I don't know. I don't know offhand. But there's a lot more countries that are probably not. Well, these are countries with, you could say, militaries. You got to keep in mind, you pretty much got to have a operational military to really be a part of this.
Well, what's going on, y'all? How many countries is not in here? We got to figure this out, guys. We can't rely on the fake news to tell us stuff. What you done got into, Ukraine? What's popping? You got the United Kingdoms, you got Turkey. What's going on? Got the good old. What's going on? Let's find out what countries is Ukraine is on that list. Russia's on that list. Who's on that list? Well, you know Ukraine shouldn't be on there, right? Who's on that list?
No, Ukraine is not on here. This is one of the reasons why they're saying they're going to war.
Right, that's why I said Ukraine is not on there.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Because Russia wants to control and bully Ukraine, and they're like, no, you're not going to get your independence. You're going to do what I say, and they want to continue to break rule number 1, and that is getting up the ass crack. What's going on? So can you look up and see which countries are not on that list? Since we got the list.
That's what I put up there, but
this is what
this
came
is
up.
what came up.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get to you, chat. We see y'all in there. Let's do some research together tonight. Let's crack the code, y'all. Let's crack the code. We gotta ask the right questions to find out what's going on.
So it says, let's see what countries are not a part of this. 6 EU member states, all of which have declared their non-alignment with military alliance, are not with NATO. So it's only, that's EU. You have Austria, Cyprus, Finland, Ireland, Malta, and Sweden. So those countries are not with NATO. Additionally, Switzerland, which is surrounded by the EU, has also maintained its neutrality by remaining a non-EU member. Is NATO an army? NATO has access to about 40,000 troops in its NATO response force, but so far has not activated that group. About 5,000 of those troops have been placed on heightened alert. Some of the organization's members have been supplying arms and equipment to Ukraine, but NATO isn't taking similar action itself. Wonder why.
Y'all want to hear some real good shit? Let them hear this. Can you play this for them? But you're going to have to stop and go. Let's see if we can crack the code here. I think
Play
some.
it, 'cause I'm gonna look something else.
Okay, let's play this a little bit, guys.
George Soros has wrecked it. I started looking into this because, of course, there's the drama right now in the United States surrounding this whistleblower. This is all just a fake news bonanza at the moment. Each side is pointing fingers at the other. So what I want to do, that's why I started looking into this stuff, but I'm not trying to solve that mystery here. What I hope happens, though, in the end, is that people can see, just by looking at the history of the Ukraine and the players involved, I'm hoping you can maybe figure out who's telling the truth on this and what the real bottom line issue here is. So basically my contention is that since World War II, Ukraine has endured 4 major revolutions. 3 of them, I believe, were engineered by George Soros, who was likely acting in concert with world bodies. I honestly think that the ousting of Poroshenko for Zelensky in the last election was not the result of organic processes, but also traces back to George Soros. We'll look at how George Soros has done this over the years, and it's been 25 or more years, and how the model of Ukraine is exported around the world. It's all done in the name of anti-corruption, and as with everything else, the globalists say it's a 180-degree inversion of the truth. They profit mightily from corruption. This is what's going to come up. George Soros.
Yeah, you guys. We got some splaining to do. I think somebody might have been cracking the code, following the money, trailing it all the way back. Somebody got some splaining to do. You want us to continue?
Yeah, you could if you want to. Hopefully they get that.
And civil society organizations. The International Monetary Fund, European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, and the World Bank are kind of going to come up. The European Union, fake news, and George Soros's puppetry of many, many, many people in Canada. And this ties to the CIA. The CIA, and just some incidental people, are Victor Pinchuk. I might briefly mention the Clintons and Joe Biden. I am not an expert at all. This is not a comprehensive look at this. And I might be missing giant things that other people know about. I might be. But this is a collection of information that I found and I want to present to you. Let's start here.
Well, let's just hear this one piece.
It's a good working theory, though.
Well, let's just hear
but
this.
The money don't lie.
The money don't lie, and it definitely trails back to Soros, but we don't know what play in there. But let's see what's going on. Let's see if this one piece of information can open our eyes up, because we're not going to say everything. Let's hear this one piece.
There's an article in New York Magazine from 1995 by Connie Brooke. It's called The World According to George Soros. Step 1. George Soros buys Bodan Havrelichen. It began back in the fall of 1991 when Ukraine declared its independence, and Soros had what he calls a seminal meeting with Dr. Bodan Havrelichen, an internationally known Ukrainian economist, blah, blah, blah. Bodan Havrelichen is not Ukrainian. He was a refugee from the war. Same pattern as always. And they moved all over the world and they landed in Canada. Now, here's an article from 1992 in the Edmonton Journal. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada is where a lot of Ukrainian immigrants settled. So in 1992, a whole bunch of people from that area were selected or elected themselves to go to Ukraine to enact the changes. wrenching changes in store, shifting to a free market economy, a precarious job. And this is a big article, and there are many such articles from Canada at that time. And it lists a bunch of people that we're going to go over there. One of them is Ole Haverlishin, and his father is Bodan Haverlishin. This is who Connie Brooke alleges George Soros bought. And indeed, in this article from 1992, it says that Bodan Haverlishin was the first displaced person of the post-war era in Canada to earn a university degree. In his case, it was in engineering. Then he went to work for Alcan, an aluminum company.
Lucy got some splaining to do. Lucy got some splaining to do.
Because it seems and it appears, especially by way of these polls that's taking place, that the majority of Americans are blaming, this guy over here for the Russian invasion into Ukraine. And they say it wouldn't have happened with the prior administration on deck.
So we got some bio warfare labs in Ukraine. Lucy got some splaining to do.
You just playing. That's a fact. So it's interesting to see how this thing plays out. Who's going to get called onto the carpet, and who's going to say, who's going to point the first finger, because that's when it's going to get interesting. When they start pointing fingers at each other, nah, it's his, no, it's his, it's not, it's his. Then it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, these labs seem to be all over. These labs seem to be all over. It's just not China.
China.
It's just not China.
So did y'all know that Kanye West attacked Pete Davidson for a second time in the Easy video?
Oh, he did?
That's what it says right here.
Let's see. Ooh. They hanging, but they broke though. And when it's time to pop, they a no-show. Ooh, Ukraine.
It says Kanye isn't taking his foot off Pete Davidson. He has attacked him yet again in a music video. The music video for Easy shows an animated version of Saturday Night Live star getting attacked. But this time, it's a skinned monkey that does the dirty work.
Yeah. Yo, that Punati must have been, ooh. I think it's Kanye's ego, I think it's his ego. He's gonna have to let it go. He's gonna have to own up to some degree his involvement in which led to his divorce, and he's gonna have to leave it. We don't know what the back end is, but I do tell you this much, there was a time when he made, I think, his first runway with his fashion design, the ones with the holes in it. And I remember Beyonce sitting right next to Kim and was literally emotionless. I mean, she didn't even turn to her baby to how when babies are crying or babies are next to you, you'll play with them, you'll hold their hand while they're sitting on their mother's lap. She zeroed in and stayed straight, and her body language just did not even like him. And I say that to say this, that, listen, I don't, I'm in a no judgment zone. I don't care about the sex tape. People live and they learn. But at the end of the day, Kanye made the sound decision to be with this woman and change her whole life. And and when things got rough, he left and went to Wyoming. He left his whole family. He left. I don't know if he asked her to come with him to get away or whatever the case might be, but he did leave. And unfortunately, he's gonna have to eat that up. She could have easily said abandonment. You know, listen, that woman, you made her, and now you're gonna have to sit there and don't play her. I don't know. I was trying to remember. Biggie said, "I made you. Why would I play you?" He's gonna have to eat that. He's gonna have to move on. And if that was a strategy to get her to come running in his arms, once again, these women don't operate like that. They want the bag. They want the bag. Okay? You ain't watched Medea?
Okay, check this out.
Where's the video?
Dallas Cowboy owner. I'm not playing the video.
I want to see.
Cause that'll get taken. That's gonna take us. No.
Listen,
You
I
gotta
made
check
you,
that
so
out.
why would I play you?
Yeah, you gotta do that on your own time.
Really? Ooh.
It says Dallas Cowboy owner Jerry Jones sued by woman claiming to be his daughter. It says Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboy owner, is being sued by a young woman for paying her mother hush money to conceal the fact that he was her father. The explosive lawsuit was filed last Thursday by Alexandra Davis, a 25-year-old aide to U.S. Rep. Ronnie Jackson of Texas.
Ooh.
Somebody not playing nice.
She should have sued her mother as well. Shit. Get some of the money, some of the hush money.
But that's how you know that it's probably not going to, it's not going to see any type of traction because the woman took money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she's as culpable as he is.
That's a fact. That's not even an opinion. So, unless this woman was young, 16, underage, and I would definitely want to know the details. But for the most part, she is. This is a situation where you're guilty until proven innocent. I need to know some details because sometimes young girls get involved with a man, and the parents are the ones that still are responsible for them, and they make those decisions. This has happened, plenty of times.
Okay, now this one is going to get y'all turned up.
No, it's not.
A North Carolina school accused of holding a slave auction.
What?
A North Carolina school accused of holding a slave auction.
They got me messed up right now.
Yeah, what y'all got to say about
I
that?
thought it wasn't gonna get me mad.
Chat room, what's really good? Y'all quiet up in there. You know what I'm saying? It says a North Carolina mother said her son experienced a slave auction at J.S. Waters in Goldston last Friday. Ashley Palmer addressed the incident on her social media, saying her son said his classmates held the auction and that one of his friends went for $350. You laughing? What? You laughing though? One of his friends went for $350, and another student was the slave master because he knew how to handle them. Palmer also said she already has a video of Chatham County students harmonizing racial slurs. On Monday, the mother told the news station that the student involved in the auction had been suspended for 1 day. 1 day, that's all. It's just like, whatever.
What's the nationality of the student?
But she didn't know for any punishment. She didn't know of any punishment given to those who shown in the video.
$350, yo. Let me explain something to you. As far as I'm concerned,
that nigga gonna be whoever that is gonna be dancing on the pole.
Yo, let me explain something to you. And listen, my child would never. This is one thing that I just cannot agree. Like, I just totally disagree with some parents. I am not sending my child back to that school. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would never let my child, once they fall subject to something and they experience something so horrible like that, they are not going back to that school. Period. All right? I'm complaining, but they're not going back. $350? And the child won't say, because he knew how to handle. Listen, man. Y'all playing games with me. Lucy got some explaining to do. Yeah, it's about that time for you.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wish. All right.
You going in and out.
So that's what that's about. That and this is a thing here. This is not no fake news type situation.
Well, ain't nothing worse than that county where that judge was arresting 5-year-olds and selling them. Like, listen, man, it gotta be at some point that we collectively come together, get our own shit, and do right by one another. This is the only way out. You can't make this up. They playing around with slave auctions and the child saying, he was sold for $350 and that student knew how to what? Handle it better? Man, get out of here, man. And then you already heard racial slurs? Nah, my child is out of there. I don't play those games. I ain't sending my child back into the belly of the beast talking about you survived. Nah, I'm good.
So now, American Airlines is set to hire 400 people in Miami to work from home full time as travel reservation agents. So who got the cash? Who got the stash? Biggie.
Say what?
Why only in Florida? I mean, in Miami. But that's another story.
In the meantime, the people who apply for the religious exemptions get to come back to work. The flight attendants, they get to come back. So what happened to, the unvaccinated putting the rest in danger? And you mean to tell me people are still going with the narrative or the bull crap? Alright, I'm good. Your grandmama and everybody caught Rona and, yeah, alright. That, we got to do some more research on that. Not to say that people didn't get sick and God, rest in peace to all those who got sick, but, you have underlying issues, comorbidity, stress, all of that plays a role.
Yeah.
Anyone who was watching TV during the time when they was putting up all those fake ass numbers of people dropping dead, that alone is going to send you. If you're not strong enough, you're not going to mentally be well.
So now you got another story that says young Dolph's memorial is going to be removed from Makeda's homemade butter cookies due to safety concerns.
Lord.
They don't even want to let that man rest.
Lord, have mercy. Man, listen. You gotta move a dead man body somewhere. Excuse my language, I didn't mean to say that. You gotta move the body from one location to the other. That don't sound good. Listen, you guys, man, we about to close out pretty soon because listen, I'm already mad about the slaves. What do you call it? Auction. Slave auction.
That was crazy.
That threw me off. So it's about time to just close out
and reflect.
You can read what the chat talking about. I appreciate you guys coming on. Make sure you follow us on House of Harlem Studio. Make sure you follow our sponsor, Carbon Juice Lounge.
Hold on. I think we had a call.
And we got a call, Lord. Ooh. Yeah, when they call in, they say hello. We go ooh. All right, that's how we're gonna do it, y'all. Do it, shop as soon as they pick up.
I'll check out your text.
Ooh.
Yeah, I sent the story in your text.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna read the story real quick. Ooh. All right.
Hold up, Liz. Hold up. You sent it in the text. Oh yeah. It says the man who put $1 million bounty on this guy from overseas believes the dictator inner circle will turn on him. That's what you're talking about, right?
Overseas, yeah. Believe the dictator inner circle will turn on.
Thanks for the replay.
Yeah,
Listen.
Anything is possible, yo. Anything is possible.
Well, at least y'all heard it from here, and we have it in the archives, because you can't make that up, man. Something is going on while they with this guy out of here. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on. You know, years later, they always come out and say what it is, but because we have great researchers, we have good, people that do intensive work and find out what's going on, we're good right now. We got so many journalists right now working on researching and finding out what the hell is really going on. And not only that, finding out the history. The history is very important, because following that trail, following that money is going to show us what the hell is really going on.
Yeah. History and science. No, is it history and science?
Yeah, you got to remember, they signed a lot of treaties, they signed contracts. So what happens is, sometimes these contracts are up and people went out, or sometimes people don't go by the contracts anymore. So it's you got to go into the history to find out what's going on. But anyway, man, you guys, thank you so much for chopping it up with us. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the co-hosts. Shout out to God. Shout out to the ancestors. Shout out to every damn body. Shout out to all the kids in the world. Shout out to Joe Byron. Hopefully he's going to take Shaka out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? They could have a good dinner date and tell each other how much they love each other. Shout out to everybody, man. It's been a long run. Get to the bag. Make sure you understand the process. Get your paperwork in order. Yeah, Shaka want Byron to take him out. You know what I'm saying? Go out on a date. You know what I'm saying?
What?
What?
I think it's time. I think it's time for me to take over this microphone real quick, because she's. Forgive her, y'all. She's a little delirious tonight. She's quite delirious tonight. So definitely.
That's all, folks.
It's all good, y'all. It's all good.
That's all, folks.
All right, Shaka, man.
This is crazy.
House of Harlem Studio.
We're not even ending on that note.
Yes, we are.
No, we not.
Goodbye. Cut it off.
No. Hell no.
Come on, Shaka, because you come on.
No,
you know what's up. You know
No.
what's up.
No.
Yo, I wish
No.
I would have reported that. Why I didn't have my phone? Why I did not have my phone?
Shots fired. No. Shots.
I should have had my phone, man. Definitely. Man, let me get some tools in the chat right now. Let us know y'all still live right now.
Yo, hold up. Why is the Biden administration saying they're going to extend the mask mandate for travelers for another month?
Listen, don't pay no mind to that. That's all a lie. Jonah just went on the plane. There ain't no mask mandate. There ain't no...
Oh, hold up. It says New Yorkers with marijuana convictions will be offered the first retail licenses. It says New York State is set to announce plans for the first marijuana retail sales by the end of 2022.
Yo,
Hold on, please. Thank you.
I'm about to get
Excuse me. with the first 100 retail licenses being reserved for people with previous marijuana convictions. According to the New York Times, state officials reportedly intend to reserve the first 100 or more. Get ready, y'all. It's about to be a cloudy day. Ooh.
House of Harlem TV is closing
So just
No. Let's go.
listen. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right.
Okay, come on.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't on that type of time. So check it. We appreciate everybody for being on tonight. Much love. Just think about the information. Stay sucker free. You know. And ooh. You are watching the House of Harlem Studio podcast live stream on YouTube. And this is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we do. You know, oh man, I'm all tongue tied with this whole craziness. Get with us. Yeah, right. Get with us on Sunday for the Sunday build. You can send an email for invitation to House of Harlem Studio at Gmail, and we will get you on the email list ASAP. Rocky. You know what I'm saying? And we go into a plethora of different things that can help save your life, save your wallet, save your pocket, save your sanity.
And save your wife.
Ooh. So I want to say much love, everybody. Peace to the gods. And what I'm doing is stay tuned, because we're going to put up an interview of some dope young artists from out of Memphis. That we're going to upload that video, and it's going to go up tonight. It's going to premiere tonight. So if you get a chance, check out that interview. They got some dope music that y'all might want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Memphis and New York definitely got a kindred connection, you know, and we got mad love for Memphis. So stay tuned to that, and we're going to leave y'all with a word from our sponsor. This is House of Harlem Studios on YouTube. Peace to the gods.